talk, entertainment, women awareness, trash so respectfully. Welcome to the Sean Talk Show, where the conversation gets real. Detroit soul, where the grown folk feel. Hot topics, deal talk, talk about it. Oh, talk about it. From culture to church, from laughter to life, we say what needs to be said, respectfully. From culture to church, from laughter to life, we say what needs to be said, respectfully.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. As I always start off saying, you're breathing, so everything is going to be all right. Let's see who we got in the room. Let's see who we got in the room. Stephanie, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Sean Nathan, what is going on? Welcome to the room. It is Sunday, and we all know what Sunday is. We all know what Sunday is for, right? I feel like I'm too far away from y'all. I feel like I was too far away. All right, that's better. Hey y'all, what's going on? Listen, if you have not done it so far, please, please, please hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. If you are watching on the vertical, double tap the screen. It's just that simple. That's it. That is the biggest form of support, whether you're watching the live, whether you're watching the replay. That is how you show your support, whether you're in the bushes, whether you just slid by, however the case, just take a second to hit the like button. I don't think that's really, really hard. So it's Sunday. What's going on? What is everybody doing? Did you go to church today, or were you a virtual church watcher today? Sean Nathan, did you go to church today? Did you go to church today, or were you internet church hopping? Let's ask that. Were you were you internet church hopping? Listen, I was internet church hopping today, okay, and I kept going back to Greater Emmanuel. Greater Emmanuel was having good service today. Um, so I actually just got finished watching the 4 o'clock service. It was the ending of their Bishop Sheard's jurisdiction here, local jurisdiction. It was their convocation this weekend. So, well, this week rather. So I watched them all week. It was good time. They ordained some men and women, so we have new elders and evangelists. So that was good. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on this week. It's a lot of stuff going on. We finally have clean air after days of horrible air, which has affected so, oh my gosh. I've low-key had a headache, a slight headache since then. Um, it comes and goes. I did end up going to the emergency room for breathing treatment. Like just and they just act like ain't nothing happened. As a matter of fact, they had somebody in Canada put up this huge sign and said, like, we're sorry, Michigan, for the smoke from the wildfires. I thought that was sweet that somebody actually took the time to write to do that and post it. That was sweet because it did. It was a lot. It was a lot. What's up, Tosh? How are you? Welcome to the room. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Tosh, did you go to church today? Or were you a virtual? Or were you cooking? I don't know. Sundays just me and my friend was talking. Sundays are just not the same anymore. Like we used to get excited about Sunday. Like close out and like your hair was done, your hair was cut. We did so many things we were excited about going to church. And don't let it be the Sunday that the youth sang. Like it was churches. Do people still like really, really lay their clothes out and get ready for church? Do we do that anymore? Or do we just be like, when you when you get up, be like, I'm up, I might as well go? Or do you like set your alarm to get up for church? You said you did and you took your wife out. That is very, very important. Couple time, date night, date day, date whatever is so important. So important. That's a whole nother, because sometimes we neglect our partners, our spouses, our significant other for church services. Whole nother subject, whole nother subject. Let's see what's going on around here. Let's see what's going on. Uh, you say you do lay your clothes out in the middle of week for church. That's right. It's still that fire in there. It's that fire is still right there. See, that's what I'm talking about. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Let's see what else. What happened? Let's see. We got the update about. I didn't tell you to say anything. Now we can't have. Well, they have a recall on eggs at Kroger's. Like, what's gonna be next, y'all? What is going to be next? What? I don't understand. It's always something. It is always something. We get hit the lettuce and the berries and juices and all of the things, and now y'all trying to hit us with the eggs. Oh, for mercy. I don't understand. I don't hold on. I'm sending out some notifications, y'all. Hold on. Do, 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 do. Um, what you say? They gonna recall everything we eat after a while. And that's it. That's it. The vegetables and stuff is that not what we're supposed to be eating health wise for healthy living? Aren't those the things that we are supposed to be eating? And now you're saying, well, not saying, because I had it. I ate something. Um I had a salad and then I had some tacos. I didn't have Taco Bell. This I had tacos, which had lettuce and all of the salad, all of the things. So, like Taco Tuesday, I had some deep fried tacos. I did. But then it was like a couple days, and then it was just so again, we don't know what, and we use eggs for so much. We use eggs for so much. So I don't know. I just had, oh no, I had some deviled eggs the other day, but I don't think that they came from Kroger. Oh Lord, you got to be careful. It's so many people like restaurants have kind of like lost out a little bit because people were afraid to like go out to eat because they didn't know what was coming from what, who, like, here's just a lot. So between the smoke, the air, the diarrhea, the heat, it wait a minute. So speaking of that heat that we had here, I was at the store. Well, I was going. I had something to do yesterday. I said, well, when I on my way home, I'm gonna go get my hair cut. And then I was like, ugh, I don't feel like it. So I stopped at the store on the way home, and I saw one of my friends, and he was like, I didn't see you yesterday, and I was like, what was yesterday? He was like, the funeral. I said, funeral for what? My barber's daughter passed, 21 years old. Because they lost, when that storm blew through here, they lost power. And she was epileptic. And yeah, it got too hot in the house and she passed. So that took me like, oh God, I immediately called her like, yo. She was like, I know. Because I don't really be on, and that's one of the reasons why I don't scroll through Facebook as much as I used to because it was like every time I logged on, it was rest in peace, this person, and we're sad to, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just can't. So, yeah. But anyhow, um, I did call and, give my condolences and things. And she was like, thank you. This is the other side. She was like, we've done the hard part. She was like, now we have to learn how to live without her. The house is weird, just things that come along with it. And then you're losing a child. Like, it just celebrated graduation and turning 21 and now. So, I'm sending prayers out to her. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, so speaking of my babies, we want to say a special congratulations. Put some congratulatory something in the chat for the brother and sister duo team, J. Drew Sheard and Junior, and Kiera Sheard Kelly, who were both they took the BMIs by storm. J. Drew got, I believe, 7 awards, Songwriter of the Year, and so forth and so on. And Kiera got the let me move it so y'all can see exactly. She got the Impact of the Year award. So we want to say congratulations to the Sheer family duo, the brother and sister team. They are out here doing it, and I can honestly say that they are doing what they love. They love music. They have been loving music ever since they were kids. Like, they had to let the seat, like, keep rolling the seat all the way down for J. Drew to even get up there and play the drums. So we want to say shout out to them. And as parents, I know that Bishop and First Lady Karen are super, 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 super excited for them. And we are excited for them too. I'm gonna pull up on them. I am going to pull up on them. I sure am. That's right, Stephanie. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. Tasha say, I love it and I love them. Love them. The music is solid. It is. Like, I still bang hang on. Promise you, I bang hang on all the time. Like, that is my song. So, and again, this is something that they love. They have been singing and producing and making up songs and all kind of things. Like, we used to have to pull them away. Like, turn the lights off, turn the power off. One of them would sneak up there and turn the power back on. Like, what are y'all doing? But again, congratulations to them. I am so happy for them. That's my favorite song. Yeah, hang on. I- Listen, if you on the freeway and you just happen to put hang on, watch for the police. Cause they gonna be on you. They coming. Cause you don't know how fast you be going. I heard about it. I heard about it. I did. I heard about it. So today, let's see. I want to show you that I don't just be talking about things, that I really this is real. So this is, hold on, there's cords and stuff everywhere. This is one of the shirts from the line. Can you see it? The Love the Life You Live. Um, these are they. They are available in the shop. So if you would like to have one, they come in all colors, all kind of styles. And if you would like to get one, you can order it online. All right, all right. Another way to support is we have a goal that is posted today. If you all would be so kind, be so kind as to help me reach our goal, to keep the lights on, to keep the power going. That if not, if you don't so monetarily, guess what you got to do? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like you say, I have so many songs from Kiki that I love and rock. Yeah. Kiki, the way they be hopping and jumping around in the studio, again, you put on their songs, just be on the side street. Crack the window a little bit so some air blow through your ears so you won't, because that foot gonna get real heavy. It's gonna get real heavy. Hello from Russia. How are you? Welcome to what time is it in Russia? What is the time in Russia? Because you're here with us. What is the time in Russia? What's up, Mark? How are you, honey? All right, let me get my lips together. Let me get my lips together. I didn't talk enough. Um, I didn't talk enough to give you guys some time to come in and sit down and get situated and get your fan and your offering envelope and sit next to your good Judy and do your blows and your kisses and the things and of those things of that nature. Um, you've done all of that. So it's time to get the show rolling. Listen, if you have not already done it, this is what I need you to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn your notifications to all. Don't just turn your notifications on, turn your notifications to all. Okay? All right, let's see. We got the we got all right. I got the thumbs up. See, before I even said that's because we be do 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 do. So we gonna have a little selection real quick, and then we gonna go ahead and get the party Listen here, listen here, listen here. That Dorinda does it every time. What's going on, Jay Tudor? Welcome to the room, my dear. Welcome to the room. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We have with us today the evangelist of YouTube, the marathon night runner, the queen of late night. Let's welcome to the stage. I am. Uh-oh. Wait, did we lose connect? Uh-oh. We got to do it again, y'all. We got. All right, we got to do it again. All right, let us welcome to the stage the evangelist of YouTube, the late night marathon queen. I am Courtney Phillips TV. Where's she at?
What's
Oh,
up,
there she
everybody?
is. What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody.
Happy Sunday. How are you?
I am good. I'm cooling. I'm cooling.
I don't even. I was gonna ask a dumb question, but I'm not gonna even. I'm not gonna ask
Ask.
that question. I'm a reframe my question.
Okay.
How was church? Because I was about to ask if you went to church. So I just.
No, that would have been a reasonable question. But no, I went to church. That would have been reasonable
Okay.
because
Well,
sometimes people don't go.
we know, but we know some of the saints. We know the
So you think
saints
I
go
go
to
every
church.
Sunday? Which is true. I do go every Sunday, but
Okay, because I was about to be
you
like,
can still hold on, let me take it back. I missed the Sunday here or there. So it's a safe question, but to answer your question, church service was good. It was our last service in our current facility.
oh,
And
that's right. You
so
guys are moving.
mhm. And so we're about to be off for the whole month of August. We're gonna be streaming like KCC for the whole month. I wasn't trying to be shady. For the whole month of August.
That's right. Other people do it. It's okay.
Yeah. But honey, I'm gonna be at somebody's church though.
See, you even got to go. You just need to be around the saints. You
I
need to
like to go.
feel community.
No, I think it's an opportunity for me to try some churches that I've been hearing about. So, like for instance, I've been hearing, excuse me, about Wheeler. But I tell you what, if I can't get in, your girl going home. This is not the club. I don't have time. Well, even at the club, I don't stand in line. So we're not doing that.
Okay. So I heard, is it true that Brian Kern's coming to Houston this
Yeah,
week?
they're in revival. The Houston location is in revival the end of this week, but I'm not going to be here.
Okay. Okay.
And then they're having service on their normal service on Saturday. So they only have service once a month.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
curious to know how are you a member of a church that only has church once a month, but I digress. I guess maybe you watch online or something like that. But so
One
yeah,
church
so
in 9 locations.
hmm so then I may check out Wheeler. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm going around the lighthouse. I'm probably not.
What about the Potters?
Is in Dallas. I'm in Houston. People always get that mixed up.
What's
Cause
that?
I would have
3
been by
hours?
Potter's house. 4.
4?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Back in the
Yeah,
days,
that's.
I would have made that drive. But, who else is in Houston? I made. There's another church that's in Houston that was brought to my attention. I don't know if I'm going. I don't know. They service started at 9 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna
Oh.
be able to make it.
Mm.
I don't like no early morning. I do not like an early morning service. The earliest 10 is pushing it for me. So when I used to serve, and I would have to be at first service, man, we would have to be there for like 9:20.
That's like Sunday school.
Your
Mm-mm.
girl struggle bus. So,
Mm-mm. Let me tell y'all something. I'm being fat right now.
mhm.
I found this restaurant, right? It's called Pudding Factory or something.
I heard of the ooh.
This is a strawberry banana
Ooh.
cobbler shake
Ooh.
with the crust, like it's oh,
Oh, I heard of them and I heard they were very good.
whew,
So yeah, I feel
it'll
like
make
saying
you
we one
sin.
here.
It will make you sin. It will make you.
I heard
It will.
Full Gospel Temple is in Dallas because I would have gone over there
That's in Dallas
to
too.
check them out. Yeah, I've always liked Full Gospel Temple.
Hmm.
Excuse me, but they're in Dallas. I'm in
I'm
Houston.
trying to think. Who else is in Houston?
Lily Grove. I may go by Lily Grove depending on how I feel. And I taught this hype, and I may not go to any of them, but
Courtney,
yeah.
you one of them that get dressed and tell everybody you going, and then
Nah, honey. If I get dressed, I'm going. If I get dressed, I'm going. If I'm not dressed,
oh, see, I'll
they
be
have
completely
their
dressed.
Houston location is raggedy. We're not
Oh,
going.
oh, oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh. Wait. Okay, so
When I say raggedy, I mean sometimes these
not the
satellite
same
locations
feel.
don't be given. Yeah, it don't give what the main location gives sometimes.
It's like KCC,
Mine is
Charlotte,
the
and Houston.
no KCC's satellite locations are pretty decent. I haven't been to Jacksonville, so it looked like they are right. But and the ramp, some of their satellite locations, ramp is Bishop S.Y. Younger. So
Mm-hmm.
some of their Texas location is solid. So sometimes I see what you're saying, like, but Full Gospel Holy Temple, it's not giving
But
what it's.
that's true. That's like Triumph, depending on which campus you go to, you'd be like, it's not what I see online.
Right.
But it's not what I see. I don't see
So
that.
no
So
shade,
yeah.
no
I
shade.
get it. I completely get it.
Mhm.
That's just
I
like sometime at one church, the 11 o'clock service will rock, and the 3 o'clock service would be like,
one church. Who church is that?
"Hmm."
Oh, one LA.
No, I'm just saying, just in general.
Oh, you saying one? Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right.
Like there's always one service that's like
Yes, that's the yeah, that's the
the
hitter.
main service,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the
And
other one's
then
like, all right. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
the
right.
choir be tired because they didn't ate and sang all day,
Man,
so they just be like,
I'm
okay.
trying to figure out why people still having evening services is beyond me. Like at this point, what are we
They
doing?
should though.
What are we should do evenings? Absolutely not.
It's just, but it won't be the same
By the
though.
time by the time I leave from an afternoon service, you're gonna go get you something to eat, and you're chilling. You're relaxed. You're ready to just chill for the rest of the day.
That's why I
I
never
go to
went home.
church.
I will always bring my clothes with me, or it will be some clothes at the church or something. Because if I go home,
Hmm. Yeah, it's over with.
ain't no coming back. And take clothes off.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a struggle to put them back on.
Oh yeah. See, my daddy used to have to go to all them services. So, mm-mm,
Yeah, yeah.
to the
Speaking of services,
hmm.
I'm gonna share with my community because y'all give me good advice. Y'all keep me level headed.
Hey, J. Rochelle.
Hey J Rochelle, what's going on? So should I do this in members on? No, whatever. So I have been wrestling with something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to. I really want to start directing again. Now that my arm is,
I was gonna ask you about your arm.
it's doing good. It's
Can you
doing
lift
good.
it up?
Therapy is
Sean, and it doesn't hurt. Wow, and you're able to put your clothes on and stuff.
yeah,
Man, so if you had it to do all over again, you would do the surgery from the get go.
absolutely,
That is
absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely, absolutely.
Oh,
I
so
ain't even showed y'all that. Yep, I've been going to
mm-mm.
therapy and
Wow. Oh, Sean. When was the last time you was able to have that range of motion?
September.
Of last year? Look at God. That is
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
That is
So
so good.
you guys, prayers work. Prayers work.
But
So,
okay, so you want to get back to directing
hmm
at
but
your church?
I'm wrestling with that. I don't want to go to a church where I have to be a member because I love my membership.
Okay.
I love my home church.
Okay.
The music department at my home church
Mm-hmm.
is one of them set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of what it is.
Mm.
Now I have not presented anything to him, so I'm not sure. Um, but I want to be somewhere with like a band, a choir,
Mm-hmm.
singers. Now I have two in mind that I know wouldn't be bad or would actually be good.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my dilemma. We're not in the robe era anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Mm-hmm.
putting on a dress,
Mm-hmm.
skirt, culottes,
You used to?
capris. 25 years ago.
Okay, so you say you can't do that anymore.
I'm just not. I wouldn't even feel.
Excuse me.
eh. So I'm stuck because one is Kojic
You can cancel Christmas. You either gonna put it on or you not.
and the other one is, I believe, non-denominational. Two of them are non-denomination.
You can get away with it, the non-denominational church.
But
Maybe.
of course, the Kojic is my first pick.
Put the skirt on. But I get it. I get it.
This is my personal opinion. For the concert that we had year before last,
Mm-hmm.
and they whined about the skirt, blah, blah, blah. I had something made. It was long, kind of jacket like, but it
Mm-hmm.
was still long flowed.
Mm-hmm.
I still didn't feel. I was more worried or concerned. I don't know. I just didn't feel myself. I didn't feel like I delivered the way that I know I can because I felt self conscious.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that to be a hindrance, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's easy to say, "I'll put the skirt
Yeah.
on. It
You
ain't no
right.
big deal."
You
But
right.
internally, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give my best, I have to feel like me.
Okay.
I don't know.
But there's not much to debate here when you already know how the Kojic church is.
Yeah.
And then if you know how they are, and then you know how you feel about putting on a skirt, then that X's them out. Unless the debate is you may be willing to compromise.
My compromise would be, can I just put on the road? That's the best
But
compromise
if
I
they
can.
ain't wearing robes,
Now I have seen now where I was always the only one in the robe. Like if
oh,
they
okay.
did street clothes or something, I still wore a robe.
Sean.
Hmm.
So they trendy black and you got your robe on. I
I had the
mean,
black robe.
I
Mhm.
get it. Okay, I get it. So
Nobody is talking to
okay.
you. Get down. Get down. Thank you. Mark said, pray about it. The answer will come on how to navigate it wisely. Okay. I just was like really, really thinking about it this morning. I really was like,
And you wanted to kind of talk it through.
yeah, it's really like this morning I was really like, oh,
Why do you
goodness.
want to get back to it?
I miss it. Like I miss the music. I miss the delivery. I miss the spiritual flow. I miss the because I've been trained so like I sit in services now and pick songs in my head like during the sermon or like I can just look at the vibe of the church and I just in my head be like they should be
Mm-hmm.
singing this or they should like
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like every not everything things now are so scripted.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let the spirit just flow. But then if you're not executing the right songs or executing them the right way,
Mm-hmm.
that just doesn't happen.
Okay, so
Get down. Now I'm about to put.
how do you feel about starting your own choir?
Oh Jesus! I literally just had this conversation this morning. That question was posed.
Sometimes we want to, and I liken this again to preachers who desire to pastor, but they desire to pastor another man's work. And a lot of times when you do that, God has already given you a larger vision, but you feel like sometimes it's easier to come up underneath someone else's vision and just push that and just do your thing and go home. It's a little more comfortable than having to start from scratch or start your own. But oftentimes when you carry or you house such large vision and you try to come behind another man's vision that may not quite be like yours, you stifle yourself and ultimately you wind up getting pushed out to still wind up at square one, back at the vision that God gave you in the first place.
Wow,
And
that
I
is
always
almost
wondered
an
why.
exhibit.
Well, no, I don't wonder why, because I already know. It's easier to, you know, it's easier to go to somebody else's church and direct the choir because you know how to navigate the space. You already, and you be like bump, 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 in and out, and you're still doing what you love to do. But I feel as though we're just talking. This is the season to start becoming obedient to the assignments that God has given us to do.
That is crazy. And I ain't talked to you today. That's crazy.
But I feel like I asked you that before. Have I?
Not that I can. Not
Okay.
about my
I
own
thought
choir.
I asked
No.
you that before.
Mm, mm.
Because I see, and we just, I ain't being super deep, but I see a choir of, I'm going to use the term a mixed culture. And what I mean by that is you're going to have people in the choir, don't take this the wrong way, and if you do, let me know, that will feel comfortable to express as they are. In other words, they'll look like you
Mm-hmm.
and still sing under the power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well, I've already the confirmation is like if I'm gonna show you later exact when I tell you you've almost said this, that is crazy.
Ah,
Okay, Lord.
man, I thought we
Okay,
already
let me
had this
tell you.
conversation before. This is crazy. Okay.
That's wow.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I thank y'all. That's why I see we segue into
That's
it.
crazy.
But this gonna segue us into something that I
I
saw
love
that
it.
I said, okay, girl. Okay, so
What
I
you
said,
got?
guess I can't go. Okay. So the church of let me make sure the United Church of God convocation
Who is
is
this?
is coming up. Listen, um, I just saw the wardrobe and I didn't even
Okay.
try to discover who it was because I'm
Hmm.
flabbergasted at
Well, Kojic does this. They do a attire itinerary. So,
this is horrible.
what you mean is horrible?
The
What's wrong
only
with it?
I don't see anything that's like eh,
What you
I
mean?
don't if you say a color, okay,
Hmm.
I'll get that. But you just telling people exactly what I don't like that.
Wait, what you
Like if you're
mean?
gonna wear a suit, if you're gonna wear a suit, it's got to be a suit like this. If you're gonna wear a long black dress, it
No,
needs to be like this. If you're gonna like,
they're giving an example. These are
uh,
just examples.
mm-mm. If you're gonna
Sometimes,
wear blue jeans, so what they're saying is if you're gonna wear a blue jean skirt, it's got to be a long dress.
oh well, first of all, so let's be clear, because clearly the denomination is more on the holiness side. So you already see what that's hitting for. So you know the ladies is not wearing no jeans, and you know them skirts is gonna be long. Welcome to the United Church of God Incorporated. I don't even see why you sitting up here messing with these people. This is what it is. Them young girls dress old, clearly.
That's what I was saying. Like this is so old. Like y'all making them look like mothers. When do you like? I-
But this is an example. They made the younger ladies may, zhuzh it up a little bit. They may, put a little
What you
spunk to it.
what you gonna judge it up with some what you
They
call
don't
them
look like they wear jewelry.
bangles?
But
What,
I'm not familiar with. We ain't got nothing from the United Church of God. I don't even know why you pulled this up. We don't even know them for real. They're not gonna they're not gonna pop
they
up on
look
our YouTube algorithm,
they
nothing.
looked at Kojic and they looked at the PAW and they looked at the mantle clothes and they said I
They did not look at the mantle. Mantle does not have an entire thing. Mantle is come as you are, honey. We can come just like
but
this
that's what
and
I'm
go to the
saying.
mantle.
That's what they don't want.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is not what they want.
They don't want what my prop at. They
Oh,
don't want to
God.
come as you are.
They
They don't
don't
want
know.
this.
But this is but this is convocation. But I mean, outside of convocation, I'm sure they not coming like this. But I'm just saying, I don't even know why you brought them up, Sean.
They said they don't want it. Y'all gonna come in here with your skirts to
Mm-mm.
the ground. Y'all gonna be saved. We ain't gonna have no cleavage out. They said when they do their fashion show on us, they not doing all of that. Let's see, who's the United Church of
United Church
God?
of God Incorporated.
Who is United Church of God Incorporated? Let's see. I didn't even think about I was disgusted by the uniform. Uh United Church of God and International Association, UCG, is a Christian denomination that was formed in 1995 by ministers and members who left Worldwide Church of God.
Chat, we don't even care. They a whole somebody done got mad and then started their own. Now I did
And
just
they
go
have
into this
church on
whole
Saturday.
thing about starting your own stuff.
And they
Speaking
had
of,
church on Saturday. That's just
Sean, I want to
hmm.
go back to your choir thing for a second. So you
Hmm.
already got this vision mapped out, don't you? You already have an idea of a name. You already have an idea of what you want to do and how you
I
want
have
to
my
do it.
musicians and everything.
I was just about to say you have your musician. Okay. So are you going to do auditions? Or
Everybody
just,
that I already have in my brain already sings, like
oh,
recording people. I don't really
I'm
know.
ex- I done messed around and got excited. I love stuff like this. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it back, but I just had some questions and that's what I thought.
No,
Okay.
but it's because I even like I put it in chat and they were like, um, do it and document it.
Mm-hmm.
I never even thought about it.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I've been doing
Yeah.
this all day, literally all day. But I was just like, should I? What?
Mighty God.
Hmm,
Praise our God. That is wow.
that's I like it. I
I
like it.
love that. Please keep me updated.
I will. I definitely will.
You
I
gonna start a Instagram page with it as well? Yes. How soon are you looking to? I know, I know. How soon are you looking to start? Do you know yet?
like the people that I already have. We've been talking about this for like 3 years. It's really just me saying, let's meet at
What was your hesitation, or what is one obstacle that may be a challenge to get it off the ground?
um. I'm gonna be real. There's a small part that does not want to go through the old stuff. Like if you're gonna come and sing, come and sing. Don't
Have you had a
I
group
don't
before?
want no.
Okay.
It's just been the church choirs. I don't want you to come in with this expectation of one thing and try to because people have the tendency because I started so young, everybody was always older than me. So a
Mm.
lot of them still have that they see you as
Mm-hmm.
still the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did my last concert, it was like those people was kind of like, oh, well, you should. And because I wouldn't do it that way, then they didn't want to participate.
Are you doing older people? Because I don't see an older
Not
crowd. I see
old.
more
No,
of
no, no,
a
no, no, no. No.
like
I'm
young adult to middle age type
I'm gonna be the
vibe.
oldest.
Okay.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
probably I'm the
Mm-hmm.
oldest now. Like it's so
Okay.
I say start with a concert first. No, you can't start with a concert first.
As a goal, maybe,
Yeah, it'll be a
but you start a
goal.
practice, right?
Yeah, you got to do rehearsals, and then you know we'll probably do like I'll probably do like social media. Oh my God, we didn't have this back then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's where we can record rehearsals,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get invited to
Yep.
somebody's something, and then
Yep.
somebody else's something, and then before you know it, you be singing at
Mm-hmm.
everybody's anniversary. Da, 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 da. So
Mm-hmm.
it's in there.
May your gift make room for you. And I know that don't technically mean what I'm saying, but I'm using it in this
I know
context.
what you're saying. I appreciate it. I received that.
Hmm.
I received that. I received that. So speaking of the Kojic, we gon' slap by it real quick because um I don't know if we had this discussion. I know we've seen it all over,
Hmm.
but I want to know what how you feel about it. So we gonna bring her on up to the stage. Boop, there she is. Um,
Hey, mother.
what's going on, mother? You better whatever she was saying right there. I believe it. That's
Yeah.
just
Period.
I just believe it. What do you feel about I don't even know what to call it because they gets mad. The incident or the you call it sad, but I don't know what to.
I don't feel no ways tired. I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not in the hoopla of it all.
No, I'm saying,
But
did you see the what actually happened?
oh yeah, yeah. They did not move fast enough for me. But
As someone who was an adjutant before,
hmm
you don't just even if they said it and you thought that it might have been something else, you're still supposed to kind of move.
hmm
You're always supposed to be alert. You're always supposed to be watching. In the instance of someone being that age, you're really supposed to be with your ear.
hmm
But I'm guessing, okay. I'm thinking people are feeling like that because they're feeling defensive maybe and saying that there was nothing wrong because they didn't believe her or believe it was that serious as to why they didn't move fast enough. So maybe they didn't take it as serious, but as people who have seen people, this happen to people on several stages, we've seen this several times. It's not the
hmm
first time.
hmm
I said it looked almost like the Wendy Williams. She just didn't go
hmm
that like the stuttering and the like the dry mouth. Like it looked to me like, hey, y'all should have.
But I'm gonna give them grace because we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Um, but they did it. Eventually she got the chair. She was able to, sit down and then, get back up. So to to the outside looking in, of course, we feel as though they should have been there like that, but we don't know where they were in position, and you know
I think one of
because
my
if
real
this is not
problems.
I'm sorry, because if this is not the first time we have seen this like this, that means that there is something that we're not privy to behind the scenes as it pertains to where people may be located while they're serving. Because we've seen this with Bishop Jakes, we've seen this with Bishop Winans,
Tiffany Montgomery, the whole yeah.
mhm.
I think that's a problem. I think people need to be more alert. I also
They
feel
need a
like
Quora. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just thought about that. Remember that time Quora had ran out there?
she was on it.
Y'all need y'all a Quora. Okay, go ahead.
She was,
Sorry.
but she was on it.
She was
But
on.
then I say you also need registered nurses in churches.
I heard you say that the other night, and I beg to differ. Who platform you was on when you said that? Was it yours?
Mine, probably.
I said, Sean, half these back in the days, half these women that had them white nursing uniforms on our stuff were not nurses.
A lot of them were.
More of them are nurses nowadays than they were back
No,
then.
no,
I
no,
guess it depends on the
no.
church that you
A lot of
went to.
some of
Them
them
old
are.
school Baptist.
Yes, they was nurses. Like my
Mm-mm.
one of them, she was like a head nurse at one of our hospitals here. It was to the point where if somebody took ill at church, she would say to call 911, and if you said her name,
Mm-hmm.
they would be there. That's the kind of pool that she had, like a real nurse. She worked at one of the biggest trauma hospitals here. So I say that because if someone, let's say somebody falls out and it's something where they can't get back up.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have someone certified or trained in that,
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna do? You at least need somebody there to hold them to the EMS come.
Chat. At y'all grandmama and them church back in the days, were those women that was on the nurses guild, were they really nurses? Put it in the chat.
It was at least
Half
one.
half them women that wore them uniforms were not.
It was at least
And
one.
some today I question. But nowadays, you have to have a doctor in the house, or you have to have a nurse or somebody that will be able to help facilitate emergencies.
You have
But
to.
not every church has that.
They need to. You need somebody who
But what
know
you gonna
how
do
to
about
administer the EpiPens. You need somebody who knows CPR.
that's another thing you
You,
said. You said you need somebody, you said on your platform, you said you need somebody to be able to do the Narcan. And I said, Sean, who at church having an OD? Who ODing on drugs at church during the service?
you would be surprised.
Really?
You would be surprised.
For real, for real?
For real, for real. You would be surprised.
ODing on drugs at church?
Do you know how many people come to church high?
That's one thing, but ODing in the process of ODing at church.
If you don't, I know people that used to go in the bathroom during services. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Did some of these musicians and yes,
Okay.
sadly, but yes, some people are
Okay.
functioning addicts.
You're right.
But
They
again,
were neither nurse nor CNA. Come on. Because
are you serious?
when you talking about going around there to restoration, life, and praise, and you got 7 members.
Well, I mean, okay, well, you don't have too much of anything but 7 members, so
When you going around there to and no shade if this is anybody's church. If you I'm just making up a name. If you go around there to Mount Brown Calvary Temple,
mm, I think like adjutants or whoever, armor bearers, whatever you want to go by, I think they should know some type of something because even when preachers are preaching, you know how many preachers just pass out
yep,
and don't nobody know nothing to do?
this is true. You're right.
It should be at least one in the church. They ain't even got to be on the board,
Yeah.
but you should at least have
But some of
somebody
these
around.
But some of these churches, I'm gonna say this, and y'all can go off on me in the comments. Some of these churches do not. Uh, I'm trying to package it right. Some of these churches do not even draw a nurse or a doctor.
Really?
Do you follow what I'm saying?
I think the thing is a lot of them don't share what they do, but you got to.
Mm-mm. They're not going around there to. I just saw a video of Tasha Page Lockhart talking about how she would go to church after the. Oh yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
she didn't
Okay.
give a
I get
testimony,
it.
so I'll give a testimony about it. I
Mm.
have never in my life saw, and she's not lying, I have seen her just pop up and tear the church down.
Mm.
We need registered nurses in church, and if there weren't nurses back in the day, they had knowledge about health. This is true. They were wise when it came to natural medicine too.
Mm.
They don't have that now. Don't
Maybe
have it.
wise with natural medicine, like okay, take in a bag and put an onion in a sock or something like that. But they were not
How,
in
that's crazy
some of
because
these churches. And again, especially like nowadays, if how I'm gonna say this, if you go to a church, Geno Jennings Church,
Mhm.
do you think nurses? Well, let me not say.
Yes.
You think nurses go there? Doctors? Okay.
I could definitely see it there. They look
Geno
like it.
Jennings Church.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you got to think, even a CNA is trained in CPR and all of those things. They can dispense medication and stuff like that. Well, some of them depends on if you get your certification.
I about to say I
I
don't
mean,
know
if
no
you get your
CNAs that's
license.
giving out medicine.
Certification, no. But if you get your license, which you're almost a nurse, you might as well just go ahead for a couple more years.
Right, and just finish it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm smaller churches, it would be more difficult to have someone. That's okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Then
Yeah, the
those who
smaller church, yeah.
volunteer have to consider liability insurance.
Yeah.
So no, because the church has insurance overall.
Should.
Um uh I lost my train of thought.
And some of these folks don't even own their churches to even have. Well, never mind.
Oh, I was going to say that what I mean is that nowadays people are not going to sit in Reverend Pookie's church that's talking about nothing. Nowadays, and what I
I
mean
get
by
what you're
that is
saying.
the average professional.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I get what you're saying.
these young people, they're not doing it. If you talking crazy, if you always, you know, I don't want to say that. But if you're this never mind. I'm trying to be respectful, but no, a lot of people are coming to church now because we're so privy to so many things where we can look up what you're preaching about and see if you rightly dividing the word or not. Like they're not doing chitlin church anymore. There, I see.
Mm-mm. That's why churches is going the way they're going. People don't want to listen.
So if it doesn't make any sense now for your pastor to not have some form of education. I said some form. I didn't say you had to have a bachelor's degree. I didn't say you had to have a master's. I didn't say you had to have a doctorate. You
You
have
should
to
at
have
least have a
some
CPR
form.
card. Jesus. Can you do? And they don't do mouth to mouth no more. So do you know the new CPR?
I'm sorry, I wasn't even talking about medically. I was talking about how some churches are not attracting professionals such as RNs, CNAs, doctors, things of that nature. So that's what I'm talking about. If you're if yeah, no.
You don't think
Mm-mm.
in these days? You don't think they're going? It's a bunch of nurses in KCC. It's at least three.
KCC is, in my opinion, of course, is not a chitlin church. And what I mean
You
by
mean
that,
like I can't even say storefront no more. You mean like me, my
like your
wife,
church,
our
like your
kids.
pastor feel like, if your pastor says going to seminary is going to the cemetery, that's a chitlin church.
Oh, they shouldn't even have a
If your
church.
pastor preaches against any form of education, that's a
Oh
chitlin
yeah,
church. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
If your
yeah,
pastor
yeah.
feel like the only education that I have is I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean any harm. Let me not say it then if I gotta preface it by saying that. But but what I'm saying,
You shade, no shade. Let's see. They
a
may be
church that is
professionals
antiquated.
right in the congregation, but you have to make the appeal. Professionals are there. Most people will not come forth unless you ask. This is true.
Well,
Because here's the thing. Like my best friend, when we go out to certain place, just out, I don't just be like, she's a doctor. Because the moment you say that, they start giving you
mhm,
medical questions. And if something
mhm,
happened, if something happened, she's always the first one to jump. But they don't like to put that out there because then it becomes
mhm.
a job again at church. Because now they want you to do the medical classes. They want you to train people on this or talk about this. And they like, I just want to come to church.
Mm,
There are a lot of people. That's why I'm saying they are there. Oh, no, no, no. You got to go. They are there, but they don't make themselves known because of that.
I'm not saying you necessarily have to make yourself known. What I'm saying is, first and foremost, you're saying most of these churches have nurses in them, and I'm just saying that that's not true because they have to be drawn to your church first. And a lot of these churches are not drawing professionals. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, the smaller ones, I get it. They're not.
But
And they got to
we
do, yep.
we have doctors that volunteer at my church. So um I get what you're saying by some doctors not saying, "Hey, I'm a doctor," to the church to make them aware because they may not have time to serve. That's
Because
fine.
you
But
immediately get pushed into that position. That's like
well,
somebody who's a police officer. They automatically want to put you on the security team. That's not what I'm here for. I came to church. I
well,
don't want
so
to be
here's
your
the
security team.
well, a member that doesn't serve is a dangerous member.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying don't serve, but they may not want to be on the security team. They might want to be on the praise dance machine team, or they might want to be
Sure.
an usher. I'm saying
So
just
here's
because that
but so
is your
here's the
job.
thing. I don't know too well, let me not say that. I was about to say I don't know too many officers that volunteer their time. Like if they wind up doing something for the church, they get paid for it. But I'm not sure about that. So never mind.
No, there are people that as soon and it's not if they find out you're a police officer, they all of a
Mhm.
sudden they want you to either be the pastor's security or they want you to do something in security. That may not be what you want to do. You may want to sing in the choir. Yes, I am a police officer, but I don't want that's my job already. I don't want to
True.
come to church and do that.
Well, you know what? You right. Because one of the police officers at my church, she sings in the choir at her church sometimes. So okay, you right.
Yeah, that's just
You're
like
right.
if you people find out that you do something for a living, they automatically want to put you on that board. You might be a teacher. Can you be a Sunday school teacher?
Well,
I teach
because
all week.
so here, okay, I understand that, but the thing of it is that you're utilizing your skills and your talents in the marketplace.
Sometimes people just want to come to church and serve the church, not necessarily in their field that they're already working a 9 to 5 or doing 12 hours. Now I have to come
I
to
can understand
church
that.
and do the same thing. Some people just want to, I might be a minister. I might
Okay,
want to sing on the praise and worship team, but they automatically take people and just stick them
I can
because that's
understand
what they
that.
do. That's like I drive buses or I'm a driver. They immediately, you want to drive the church van? No, I drive all week. I don't.
Okay.
Like, that's,
I do believe that you should serve where your gifting is though.
yeah, if you
So
want to.
yeah, I mean,
I shouldn't be
yeah.
made to be a part of the
Can't
security
nobody
team.
make you do nothing now. Come on. Can't
They
nobody
do.
make you do nothing.
They
Can't
try.
nobody make you do nothing.
You know what they say? Do it for Jesus.
What does that mean?
That's what they put that's what they you remember you should serve God, you should serve in your
Yeah, you
but
should.
that
You
may not
should
be what
serve.
that may
You
you
should
can
give up your time,
serve,
talents, gifts, and services. So
but does it have to be in your 9 to 5 job or
no,
associated with your nine to
but
five?
if you have a strong teaching gift,
Mm-hmm.
you may not feel like dealing with the kids. All right, so then can you teach Sunday school? Or then can you teach the adults? But
This
you
is
should, why not use your skill set in the church as well?
your
Now, if
skill.
you don't want to do that, that's fine. So, like for instance,
She
I'm
said,
a mhm.
she said, y'all make me think talent, skill set versus gift. There's a difference. Just because you can
Mhm.
teach at
Mhm.
school does not mean that you are a minstrel to teach the word of God for Sunday school.
What do you mean? That doesn't even make sense. If you
Yes,
can
it does.
teach, you can teach.
There's a
You may
difference
can't
though.
preach, but if you can teach, you can teach. If you know how to, if you have the
You can
teaching
teach.
is a gift. I don't care if you go to school for it. That doesn't make you a teacher. Maybe we're saying the same thing because there are some teachers that go to school for it. But I believe I don't know if somebody just wakes up and says, you know what, I'm just finna go be, well, I don't know. Okay, let me not say that. But let me say this. So to your point, I get what you're saying. So I am doing quite the opposite of what I normally would do. So I would normally be on somebody's praise team or in the choir or whatever the case may be. And I'm up here greeting and ushering. And I'm okay with that. So I see what you
Or
saying.
that's what I'm saying. If it's something that you're always doing every day, yes, you do have this talent. This is what you are certified in. This is, but can you, let's say this, just because you're a teacher at school, you teach in history, biology, so forth and so on. Do you know the word of God like you know the history book?
You can learn it. So Sean Nathan said something very good. If you can teach students, you can teach the word of God. You have to study the lesson to be able to teach. It is some way you have to study the word. Oh, in the same way you have to study the word of God. I don't have my glasses on. I
This
can
is true.
yeah. So I think that teaching is actually a gift though, even if you do it in the marketplace. I think teaching is a gift. If you have the ability to teach school students and they are able to pass an assessment I do believe you have the gift, the ability to teach, regardless of where you are.
That,
However, comma, just because you're a teacher, just because you decided to go to school and make this your career path doesn't necessarily mean, and y'all correct me in the comments, that you're gifted to do it. Some people
Mhm,
just choose to do it, just like pastoring. Some people
mhm.
just choose to pastor. I don't know why, but I could
You
be
say you
wrong.
taught
But
Sunday school for 15 years. Now I want to sit down. But the only thing that I'm seeing
Princess
is
done changed her picture. Wait a minute.
she.
This the
You
same
see that?
person?
Mm,
Put a thing because I can see her profile picture. Look at you, princess. All right
princess.
now. Okay,
I think,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
but that's what I'm saying. You can teach biology just like you can teach Sunday school. But if your passion is biology and teaching biology, of course you're going to study for that. You may have a degree in that. But when it comes to teaching the
Why would
word of God,
why would you not
if
study the word to teach it?
this is what I'm saying. It's not that you, why wouldn't you? The thing would be, is this my calling? Is this my gift? You don't want someone who's talented in teaching to be the one who spiritually leads you, because that's not what they're interested in.
Teaching is not a talent. Teaching is a
No,
gift.
right,
As
but
a matter of
teaching
fact,
in school
it's
and
part
teaching
of
Sunday school is two
no,
different things.
no. Teaching is a gift. It's
Mhm.
included in the for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna say the fivefold, but we're taught as fourfold. Ministry gifts. Teaching is one of them. It's a gift. I can't teach uh math or reading. I can't come in your classroom and just start teaching.
You would have to study it. If
No, I legitimately I can't, how can I put this?
okay, let's
I don't have the
reverse it.
gift to teach,
Let's reverse it.
but I can strategize the mess out of you. I can strategize. I can't teach.
Let's reverse it. Let's say the Sunday school teacher, because she's a good studier, she knows how to teach Sunday school. You just go and stick her in the classroom. She's a teacher. She's a good teacher.
If you can teach people to pass an assessment or to be able to pass an assessment, I don't this is what I'm saying. Teaching again is a gift. I really believe teaching is a gift. Again, just because you're a teacher doesn't necessarily mean that you have the gift. Again, some people just choose that as a career path to
Mm-hmm.
earn income.
This is true.
Okay. But ultimately, if you're a teacher, and especially if you're a good teacher, you can teach anything. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That doesn't even make sense to me. How is that you can teach at school, you get teacher of the year and all the things, but then you can't teach at church? That doesn't even make sense. You should be when you are a teacher, like when you are a gifted bona fide teacher, not the one that just decided to I'm gonna go to school, do this, and then this week what we gonna do. Bona fide teachers can teach anything, anytime, anywhere. Just like I
Mhm.
mean,
But that's what I just said. A Sunday school teacher, even though she studies, she does X, Y, and Z, she can't go into a seventh grade classroom and teach science.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. At my church, if you say you want to teach a class, or if you want to be a teacher, you got to show and prove before they even put you in a classroom. My pastor teaches this all the time. If you say you want to teach and we put you in a position to be able to teach one of the classes and people going to sleep or people not comprehending what you're saying or whatever the case may be, then they're not going to put you in the Sunday school to teach. It's not that you can't teach at church. It's about working.
Working in your calling,
Oh, okay, thank you.
what you're led to do in ministry. You
I
you
don't understand.
can That's what I'm saying. You just because you can teach, that's like every pastor, although he teaches every Sunday, can't go into a classroom and teach. Can he get their attention? Yes. Can he kind
Every
of shift and guide? Yeah. But as
every
far
preacher
as
can't teach.
teaching, they should.
Every they should, and that's why my pastor teachers, I hate to keep bringing up,
No,
but
that's your pastor.
that's why my pastor teaches that it's not the fivefold ministry gifts, but it's the four. The preacher or pastor teacher should be one, but nonetheless, but not every pastor can teach.
Let's see.
Not
Not
every
necessarily.
teacher can preach.
Okay, J. Rochelle says, not necessarily. For instance, I specialize in primary education, majored in elementary ed. I will not go into a middle school or a high school and say I can teach those kids. It's not fair to them.
Hmm. But J. Rochelle, do you believe that you are called to teach, or did you just pick this as a career path? Not called to teach. Let me not say called. Do you think that you're gifted to teach? Denise, you
That's,
typing in tongues now.
I was trying to see he. Do we speaking? Are we? I rather
A
prep.
preacher who is a teacher rather than a, but we're not finna be interpreting your tongues now. We've been doing a good job
We've been doing
interpreting.
good. That one kind of got me.
Don't stand up, don't stand up in the assembly and speak in tongues if you can't, if you don't have an interpreter, okay?
We need to. It said teaching the word is a gift. The kingdom
It
requires something
is.
different. A spiritual endowment is needed. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
able to impart on a spiritual level. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have wanted to be a teacher since fifth grade. Wow.
Run
Grew
with
up with
education. So
educators.
then you are gifted to teach. So then, J. Rochelle, if I'm sure you taught at your church previously, didn't you? Didn't you teach at your church?
Well, somebody like her, yeah, that's different though.
But
She has it in her.
that's the point that I'm trying to make.
That's
That's what
like back in the day. I'm gonna use my daddy for instance. My daddy
mhm.
is an electrician and he worked at Ford, but he taught Sunday school every Sunday.
What are you saying, Yolanda? I said I got it from the balance now. What are you
I
trying to
know.
say, Yolanda?
But what I'm saying is, to an average person, you wouldn't say that he was gifted to teach because of what his daily job
Oh,
was.
got you. I get, yeah. Okay.
But
But he had the gift to teach. I get it. Okay, you're right.
sometimes people in church, they just put people in positions because, or they say they could, or they see them with the kids. You know, you good with kids. You should work with the youth ministry. No, they're
Mm-mm.
crazy. You don't want them with the youth ministry. Like,
So see, J. Rochelle, she said did created children's ministry curriculum and all because
mhm.
she's gifted to teach.
Right. But if you are a teacher who is there for the paycheck, then you
Then
are not
no.
gifted. So don't. But again,
But
just
that's not
because she's a teacher, they will take her and stick her with teaching something, Sunday school,
They
the
will ask
children's
her.
church.
They will ask her. They ain't nobody being forced to do nothing, Sean. Can't nobody
Courtney,
force you to do anything. They'll
you
ask
know
you.
the guilt trips that they put on
Then that's
people,
called
and they'll make you
manipulation.
feel like it's your fault. I mean, your
That's
idea.
but that's manipulation.
You go to a good church. I love your pastor. Hug her for me Sunday because she do right by the saints. Because Courtney be like, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't never
Because
seen it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But what I am gonna say is that, yeah, if
You say, but I have to say, teaching the word of God is harder.
okay, okay. How so?
Mm. I would not want to go to a new church and tell them I'm an educator. I be
I
needing
be
a
needing a
break.
break.
See?
I'm on one now.
Because if they know what you can do it, that's just like if you went somewhere and they knew that you did graphics.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they found that out, almost every conversation and everything else is going to be like, well, I was trying to figure out how to, girl, that's not what I came here for. That's just my job. I don't want to talk about work right now.
But I mean, do you blame them? If you around a musician, Sean, if you find out somebody you met is a musician, are you not gonna try to network with them based upon your needs?
Mm-mm. Not all the time. No, because
Okay.
this is why I'm saying this, because when that is what people do all the time, sometimes that's just not what they want to do when they get in particular spaces. They just want to be them. That's like when people, that's like, for instance, when artists, gospel artists, secular artists, whatever, if they sing when they go somewhere, they really don't want to be seen because they know the
They're gonna
moment that
be
they
asked to
see you,
sing. I see what you're
here go
saying.
the mic. I came
Yep.
to enjoy
You're
the
right.
concert. I don't want to
You're right.
do that. Can I listen to somebody else sing?
I get it. That's a good example. Why you should have led with that example. I get it. Say less.
You know,
I get it. I totally
see,
get
you're talking to a musician. People that like music, you gotta talk in music to. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's just
it. I'm like, oh
sometimes you
yeah,
just
I
don't
get
want
it.
to do that. See, broke it down
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Okay, so this is something else that we didn't see that we said we was going to talk about.
Hmm.
I tell people all the time, people dying turned people into somebody else. Your family members will turn into people that you do not know. Your family will turn into people that you don't like. There are things that come out about each side, and you would be surprised as to how much conflict comes behind people passing. Now we got Malcolm Jamal family. I listened to the interview of the wife and I understand. Let me grieve. I ain't thinking about no money right now. My husband just passed unexpectedly. This was not an
Hmm.
illness that he was sick, so they had time to prepare, and none of that was able to happen. So when he passed, if they had a will or did something when they first got married, that's pretty much what stands. Now, if they didn't do anything, just like most men, they would put their mother in charge of everything, which we all knew from a kid that his mama was right there. So she feels like she's entitled.
Hmm.
Now, it was said that something that was put before they were married is what his mother was going on. Understandable. But after they got married, then there were certain things that he discussed with his wife. They got another house, kids, so forth and so on. So now you have that side. When you have an instance and somebody passes unexpectedly, you got to deal with it. Then you
Okay.
have, go
Hmm.
ahead. We stay with him and then we'll go to Chadwick.
Yes. So here's the issue with Malcolm Jamal Warner. So his mother is his manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I say is because she remained his manager.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. Number two, he had a trust prior to his marriage. Once they married, they got the prenup. He did not update his trust. A trust oftentimes includes a pour over will. He did not update that will. So all they had was a prenup. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So shame on him that you can get a prenup but not update your business affairs as it pertains to your trust and your will unless mother told him not to or whatever the case may be. Or even he could have kept that trust and gotten another trust.
I
So
think
there's so many things that could have went on there, but the dilemma now is that this wife, luckily she had a prenup, but we're not even 100% sure if this prenup will stand due to death and not
mhm.
whatever they stated there. But
You got
I'm I'm gonna always give a little piece of grace. And the only grace that I'm gonna give to this mother is that potentially she could have said, I will give you X amount of dollars, and this and his wife could have disagreed to that number and wanted another number, and the mother could have said no. And this could be the result of that. Of course, that's a speculation on my end because other than that, it's not making sense because you had, her granddaughter is impacted by this decision.
and that's the thing. People don't understand. She is his manager, she is his mother, but at the same time he is married. Now, I hope this made other people wake up because a lot of people think they have time and they don't think about updating stuff. They don't think about because I ain't sick, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I ain't so they don't even get into that. That should be something that's done every so often just because your kids grow, you grow, you accumulate something different, like you get another deal, you get another TV show, you get another something always happens. So I think people should do it regularly. We not at the point where we can do every 10 years, every 15 years. We got to start doing this stuff every two, maybe. Especially if you have children, it needs to at least be a 16, 18, 21. Like it should be certain ages that you update stuff because you end up in situations like this. And then it
Well,
draws division.
the only time you really should be updating documents such as a trust, first of all, it's not cheap to have a trust. It's a little less inexpensive with a will.
Mm-hmm.
But um depending on, so let's go back to the Malcolm Jamal Warner scenario, not to say that he didn't have it because, surely. Um
We hope.
Depending on your net worth or depending on the amount of your assets,
Mm-hmm.
you could go into what's called an advanced estate plan. And when you go into an advanced estate plan, because in the state of California, if your assets total between yourself and your wife over 30 million, whew, that memory comes, over 30 million, then you're in the advanced space. And then that's where it costs you more money in attorney's fees to update these things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also to protect your family from any uh tax issues. Okay, I'm going into something else. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back.
That's true too, but yeah.
So in this case, I'm gonna the only slight benefit of the doubt that I have, and it's just very slim, is that a lot of times we're going through the motions of life and we're not necessarily thinking about, oh, let me go over here. I just got married. Let me go over here and update this, or this just changed. Let me go over here. Especially when you're dealing with men,
Mm-hmm.
they barely even go to the doctor. Okay.
No
So
this.
now, as a woman, though, oftentimes we're thinking about these things, though. And
Mm-hmm.
so we don't know if she had, well, it's probably challenging to say, hey, you gonna update your trust since we married now? You gonna update your
You
will?
gotta
That may
have
be
the
a little
hard
challenging to say,
conversations.
but
But those are the difficult conversations that is needed. Because what if
mhm,
something, especially in certain job fields,
mhm,
anything could happen. Anything could happen. My uncle had both of his
mhm.
hands insured because he was a musician, and his
And
feet,
so,
more on the right than the left,
yeah,
because that was his. But people don't understand that when you do these things, it may be an uncomfortable conversation. It may not be something that you want to talk about, but for this reason here, it is something to talk about. I don't want to have the conversation with my parents, but I needed to make sure I knew where X, Y, and Z was just in case of an event that something happened. Because in when you're in that moment, your brain is not working like, okay,
mm-mm,
I need to. These are things that you need to have down. If
for
you
sure.
don't want to talk about your funeral, if you want to have, if you want to be cremated, you want to have, these are things that really need to be talked about, because truth of the matter is we don't know when our time is coming.
Absolutely.
Everybody not gonna get old. Everybody not gonna get sick. So every day that we walk out the door, there's a possibility of something happening.
But not only that, and you're absolutely right. If you really care about your family and you have things, or you have um, something to leave them, even if it's
Mhm.
a life insurance policy, whatever the case may be, just know that if things are not, I'm not talking about life insurance right now, but I'm talking about other things. If things are not spelled out appropriately, at least in a will,
Mhm.
they will have to fight in court, in probate court. And that is not an easy feat, and it is not cheap,
Get down.
because then
Mm-hmm.
they have to get an attorney to battle in court to prove that you are the heir, or this rightfully belongs to you.
Yeah.
And you just shouldn't want that for your family. That's if you have things to give.
Mm-hmm.
If you just have a life insurance policy, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't know about it, it's too much information out here, too many ways to get this stuff. I just said I was getting ready to get another policy just because, like, it's just so much. Not because now I got a granddaughter.
Mhm.
So where I was splitting between my son and my daughter,
Mm.
now I have to include her. So I have to do this all over again. Every time something happens,
Yeah, update your stuff.
you should update
Yeah.
it. I'm so glad my mom and dad had things in place. However, I'm dreading having that conversation with my aunt. They're
Where
not
you get
easy.
dad from? You said my mom and
What you
dad.
say?
She
Oh, my
said, I'm
mom
glad
and
my
dad.
mom had
Oh,
things in
it's the bad glasses.
place.
But
But
it's a
here's Mhm.
conversation you should have, even though you don't want to. Don't make it. It ain't even got to be long, drawn out, sad. Just hey, listen, da 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 da. Like, cause trust me, just like you don't want to talk about, it, she don't want to talk about it.
Why
Nobody
is it
wants to
that
talk
black,
about it.
but why is it that black people don't want to talk about these things?
Passed down
Why?
through generations.
But for what? It is appointed a man wants to die. We all have to pass through that way. And I understand for some people it may be a matter of trust because it may be like, I don't want to tell you about all this money that I have stashed underneath my mattress. You may try to take me out of
Try
here
to get me.
just to
Yeah,
get it.
that's what.
I
Yeah,
understand all of that, but you need to find somebody.
somebody.
There is somebody that you can trust to say, "Hey, this is where this is. This is what's going on here." Because when you leave and no one knows anything, then they got to fry fish. They have to have fried fish dinners. They have to sell plates. They have to do a GoFundMe just to,
And
if
then
they
end
don't
up.
already have the funds, just to bury you, only to maybe find out or maybe not ever find out that you had a policy.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. And people don't even know that. People
Or
don't even know that people have policies.
even that, people need to know where to go to find these things.
Hmm.
It just doesn't even make sense. Hello,
My
it's
daughter
very
know
important.
everything.
It's very important. If it wasn't for my mother, I don't know where I would be. And you don't want to go through probate, which I don't recommend that to anybody. Testify, Marcus Terry.
Listen, my best
Testify.
friend and her family is going through that right now. They didn't put PPOs on folks. They didn't went over to the house with U-Haul trucks and took stuff out. They didn't stole flower pots and flower beds and tissue and like it's just been crazy. Like y'all got PPOs out on each other. Like what are we doing? It's not even 6 months, and you've lost another family member in between there. Come
J. Rochelle said,
on.
because it feels like you're speaking death on them, at least to me. But y'all are right. Uh, How?
It's
But
reality. Death
how?
is coming. That's a reality. That's one of those things that
That's
we
a promise.
learn.
I promise you. I promise you.
It's
Everybody
coming.
has to die.
Everybody. We getting out of here. And at some point, somebody needs to know something. Even if you don't want to, hey, write this down and say, listen, if something ever happened, this
I put
letter
this right here. Yep.
is in this Bible right here
Hmm.
on the shelf. Do do do. You ain't even got to really have no conversation about it if you don't want to go that way. But somebody needs to know at least where to start.
Yes.
At least where to start. Hey, if everything is in that letter, when they get the letter, boom. But if you don't give them a start point, then they gotta, and then you have people go out here and you do these fish fries and you do car washes and you do the GoFundMe only to clean out the house and find boxes of money or policies everywhere. Now you like when you done scraped and borrowed and begged and pleaded and why when somebody could have just known. Tell a cousin.
And then
Tell her.
if you really love your family, I'm not talking about you, J. Rochelle. I'm talking about in general to our community. Like if you really love your family and care for your family, they're already devastated that you're gone, right? They're already devastated that you're gone. You want to put them through more turmoil trying to find out where your stuff is?
Yep.
I don't want to say make it easy, but make it a little more palatable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know
Give
what I'm
them
saying?
one less thing to
To worry about.
worry about.
If
Yeah.
you have a file with all your things, that's one less thing that they have to, that they could grieve a little more in peace.
Because once you're doing all this business stuff, you don't have time to grieve. Because you
Mm-mm.
constantly trying to make sure this is done and trying to get this done and trying to get that done.
You
You don't
can't
have
even
time
think
to
all the way
properly
straight.
grieve. No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Because you
Get a
try.
fire, get your Anna firebox.
Mhm.
And just, hey, whenever she feel like it, you know what? Just start putting stuff in here.
That's a good idea.
At least you'll know, even if
That's a
something
good
happens,
idea.
if there is a fire, if anything, them things can withstand whatever. Somebody can be like,
Mhm.
well, I ain't, the key is going to be here
That's a good idea.
and you ain't got to touch it until if and when.
Hmm.
But somebody will know,
Hmm.
okay, such and such happened. This is here. My uncle, but he said that in his bottom drawer, up under the drawers, it's an envelope with
Hmm.
like just something. Because if we're older and we got more days behind us than we do in front
Hmm.
of us, just think what they do. It's just something to think about.
For sure. And I'm not a, a life insurance professional or anything like that. I have experience in estate planning documents. Um, so that's where some of my experience come from. I deal mainly with estate plans in California. And so that's why I have a little working knowledge there. But but other than that, it's our people
Mm-hmm.
that perish for a lack of knowledge when it comes
Knowledge.
down to these things. I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping that we would be able to have like a insurance professional or something like that, but I don't know anybody that I know of that sells life insurance or anything like that. But
I
I'm
do,
just
but oh, she
oh,
talks so much. Jesus. Ooh.
but I do admonish us to get a little piece of something. Term life is not recommend. I've heard someone not recommend term life, but I recommend it, and the only reason why I'm recommending it is just to get a start. It's a very minimal start, but it's something just to have something.
You know who else is good and people sleep on it?
Hmm.
Affleck.
I
Affleck
heard.
is
I
really
heard.
Affleck has I love Affleck. They have so many different plans that you can do
Hmm.
individual. You can put them together. You can have these two together and have this one individually. You can it.
You don't sell it, do you?
I thought about it, but I don't like going into people's houses, and I don't really like talking to her like that.
You
And
gotta go in people. Oof. They
yeah,
still doing it. You can't sell nobody via Zoom.
how you gonna meet them?
Oh, but I mean,
To people you know, yeah, but how
no,
you
I'm
get a
talking
straight?
about. I'm talking about, yeah, even if you meet somebody out and about, here's my card, and then you do a follow up call or something like that, and be like, hey, let's get on a Zoom. No, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, you still gotta. I mean, you can pass it out and you can get five
I
people and
ain't
say,
trying to go to
okay, we
nobody's
can
house
do a
now. Come
Zoom.
on.
But yeah, they still do. door to door. Now sometimes for people like my mom in their senior building, they
Mm.
might have a day where Tuesday they'll be here
Okay.
from 2 to 6.
Okay.
And then they'll just be downstairs and then people can come and talk. But most times, yeah, they still do.
Door to door. J. Rochelle said, but me being 51, I'm like, heck, I need to tell them my plan. J. Rochelle, you know what though?
Hmm.
More grace. I get it. Oftentimes we're thinking about other people. Sometimes we don't think about ourselves.
Hmm.
We don't even think about that for ourselves. So I get it. And then yeah. So I get it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I had to tell my mother, look, here's a file, woman of God. And this file is my insurance. I even put my baptism certificate so she'll know where I go to church.
Hmm. Because that's important. Because
Hmm.
some people, family members don't even know where they people go to church and who they
Yep.
pastor, and they end up having it somewhere, and then
Hmm.
people find out and they be like, "Well, they was a member." Well, I did that.
Hmm. And I know they deceased, so it probably doesn't matter, but you know,
You still, for some people, you still want your pastor to be, you know.
yeah, that's something I can't wait until it builds up cash value. IUL. Is that what they say? I don't have my glasses.
They say IUL. What's the IUL? I don't know nothing about insurance. I ain't gonna try to even pretend. What's the
I low
IUL?
key feel like I low key wouldn't mind getting into it, but I'm not a
What's the
salesman type of person.
IUL? And then they do the now they are hiring a whole lot, but and
I'm
then some
sure.
people they are paying you to go to school or paying you to get your training. But
Hmm.
I'm not a door to
I'm
door.
yeah, I'm like I'm not in the business of I'm in the business of talking to people like this or talking to the community like this and being like, "Hey man, you know, we need to get our stuff together." But as far as like then it turns into doing it and it's my bread and butter or you know, I'm trying to I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about
I
that. What does it say? You asked chat, what is IUL?
it
Did you?
don't know.
It don't know. Is that a universal life insurance policy, maybe? Or was it a typo? I feel like I may have heard of an IUL, but I'm not sure. But nonetheless, so I hope, you know, I hope you walk away. I hope at least one person walk away from this conversation being like, okay, let me get my afterlife affairs in order. Um, I also so part time I serve uh
Oh,
bereaved families part time. Okay, what does it say?
it says index universal life insurance.
I said universal life insurance policy. Hey, I knew
Okay.
that. Okay.
Yeah, see if y'all know something like that's how we get this is what our communities are for. Because there are some things that I first time hearing about it, so I gotta hear, I'm gonna look into it.
Hmm.
Um, but this is one of the things that we need is for people. Yes, it's good to talk about the church stuff. Yes, tea and shade is good all the time. But
Hmm.
we gotta be in real life. We got to be in real time. And we're
Hmm.
seeing people go in front of us all the time. They're not just old. This is not a old, death is not a age thing. You or anybody over
Mm.
65. No, 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 no. I told you 21-year-old just passed. So
You
it's,
can
it ain't
Shy
no
Roslyn.
time.
Shy Roslyn, you can prepay I want to say anywhere. Because you
Now,
can
yeah,
prepay
they're
here.
starting that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were just talking about, "Well, we looking at uh uh mausoleums." I was like, oh, why do I want to have it? Do we have to have this conversation now? But mm, just make it quick. But it's you have to.
Why? See, we just had this conversation with Jay Rochelle. What you mean?
But I did it. I'm saying because I know that they're older. So whereas maybe 15 years ago, like, girl, what y'all talking about? Ain't nobody did. But now at this age and them having health challenges, it's like, okay, I got everything in my phone now
Mm-hmm.
about both of them because I'm the only child. Ain't nobody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So everything when they got sick before I moved here, when I say everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything. I don't look at it,
Mm-hmm.
but if I need to go to it,
Mm-hmm.
I have it. Versus me trying to go to the house and scramble around and you still can't find that because you can't see through your tears. You can't breathe. Nobody has that.
But you didn't. But you said you didn't want to have a conversation.
I didn't want to, but I knew it was necessary. It was just necessary. Like I've been looking at headstone. I've been looking at mausoleums. I was like, Dad, why you? Then I was like, okay, what you want? Like, and then you have to do it when they want to talk about, because they don't want to talk about it either.
They don't. My mother did not.
They don't want to talk about it. So if they had that
You
little
right.
room when they be like, well, if I get out of here, start listening.
I just do not. I I don't get it.
We don't like to have
We
difficult
can at
conversations.
listen. I I don't want to see a loved one leave.
Mm-mm.
I'm almost positive my parents, you know what I'm saying, don't even want to have the thought of me leaving.
Mm-mm.
But the reality of it is we are mortal beings. So that means we have to go,
Yeah.
right? So just it's not like we don't have to talk about it every day.
Mhm.
Just a couple of conversations, if that, to settle this thing. Because everybody is not guaranteed to leave on their sick bed. On
Yeah.
your sick bed, you can go ahead and make some decisions, and that's when the conversation makes sense, right? But no, everybody is not promised that type of
Mhm.
departure.
You can go to sleep and just not wake up. Nothing
I
wrong.
would A couple of months ago, it might have been 2, 3 months ago, I'm on my way to church for Bible study, and we were in traffic. A motorcycle accident just happened in front of me. And how I know it just happened because the emergency vehicles wasn't even there. And I
Mhm.
look on the ground and a man is deceased, just got unalived in a motorcycle accident.
And well, nobody expecting it.
I said to myself, that man left the house this morning thinking that he was coming back
Yeah.
home. He was probably on his way home because this was rush hour traffic.
Mhm.
And now they have to call his family to say that he's expired. So I'm sorry, this is a heavy conversation, but the reality of it is we do not know
Yeah.
the day or the hour.
You know, I'm gonna say this, and sometimes we go into it more difficult than we have to. If you feel like you don't want to say it to her because you don't want her to feel like she's passing, start with yourself.
Mhm. Yep. That's what I
Like,
did.
what, Auntie? I'm thinking that I want to da, and we should, and it'll be comfortable, and she'll say, well, I was thinking. Well, maybe
Mm-hmm.
it could happen if you go that way. Don't just go like, well, what you gonna do when we will, what we gotta, where your stuff
Right.
at?
Right.
Just kind of go into it like,
I started with me.
well, I was thinking, you know, of doing an insurance policy, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Something, and the conversation will go from there. It'll be more comfortable for her because realistically, when they're older, we kind of got to be them one. So we kind of got to be uncomfortable a little bit to get them to be comfortable.
Mine was kind of matter of factly because we don't have to go into no long drawn out conversation. Mine was like, boom, boom. Here's my file. This has my life insurance policy in it. It's gonna be in said place. The end. That's it.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's it. That's all. We don't have to have
Hmm.
no long conversation about it. Cause I get it.
Just said,
Mhm.
this is good. He said, I just had a talk with my mom 2 weeks ago. She brought it up and told me what her wishes were when that day comes. We didn't cry. We were just
Mhm.
honest. I felt at peace with our conversation. Yeah. And she just turned 73. That's
Is she ill or anything like that? Or was it just a random day she was like, hey, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and don't we
I would
don't
kind of
always
do
have
it
to
like that.
wait till the illness. We don't
Yeah.
always have to wait until it's something's wrong. Cause again, it could be something minor, but still that burden of that is like, oh God, just it's a difficult conversation.
And
Hey,
let me
listen.
say this too, because I understand that we all face well, let me not say we all. I understand that it's a challenge sometimes with some people to even think about life after this one because we've been in this life for so long, right?
Mhm,
That
mhm.
we've grown bonds
Yeah.
and we've become accustomed to this world as we know it. So I
Mhm,
understand that life after, we're applying our faith. For those that believe, we're applying our faith to that part,
mhm.
considering that we that's not a world where we've been in and out of, so we're familiar. We're unfamiliar with life after this one. We're most familiar with this one because
With
we've
this
been
one.
here and we've
Mhm,
only known based upon the word of God, or maybe even if you've heard some testimonies of people that have had experiences in the spiritual realm with life after death or anything like that.
mhm.
But other than that, I understand that because we don't know what to expect, right? Other than by faith we believe that if we call upon the name of the Lord, we're saved, and if we're saved, we believe that heaven is our home by
Right.
faith.
Mhm.
So I understand that's challenging, or it's challenging to let go of someone who we've bonded with. So like for instance, our parents, we have bonded. We are forever connected with our parents or with our family. You understand? So I get all of that. So I don't want to sound like I'm insensitive to anything like that because I walk in the steps. I dread the day
Mhm.
that I got to sit in the front of the church or vice versa
I said
for
I
my
would.
mom. Hmm.
I said I was like, I've already pre-planned the drugs because I'm not that front
Listen,
row thing. Mm-mm.
and I don't even and I don't, although I say I don't wish that on anyone, the reality of it is we all
Oh,
are going to have to sit on the proverbial front row,
yep.
or we all are going to have to be the ones to be seen about. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I get it.
It's just at this moment, I think that because every time we have a conversation, more and more stuff comes out, and it's a lot of people that don't know about certain things,
Hmm.
what should, what couldn't, and then we have people who are here that have experienced it. And they can say, okay, well, hey, I had to do X, Y, and Z. I don't want nobody to ever have to go through what I had to go through. I had to da 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 da. If we can help each other,
Mm-hmm.
we should be able to help each other. It ain't just about folks being in lawsuits and who had the latest and who going to jail and who did this. These are things that affect each one of us for real,
Mm-hmm.
in real life. What happens at Potter's house don't affect me for real in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But something like this actually is going to touch each and every one of us at some point.
Absolutely.
So why not have the knowledge? Yeah, we give tea, but when we gonna give knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
We can't in a minute we ain't gonna be able to eat nothing but
Hello.
grass.
And even then, that's probably contaminated with something. but but we don't talk about this enough in our community.
We
Justin says
don't.
she's not ill. Our relationship has changed a lot in the past few years. I've learned not to tell her what to do, who she needs to be, or who she never was. I'll take what she's willing to give me. Oh, that's beautiful. Has Justin is Justin
Listen,
coming out of the bushes, or has he been
I
in
don't.
the
I
chat?
don't know, but welcome, Justin.
Welcome, yeah.
That and see, that's the thing.
That
It
is a
at
road that is
this point,
undescribable. Phew.
I just told somebody the other day that's going back and forth with their mom. I said, listen here, there was a lot of things that a lot of us did not like about what our parents did when we were younger. But if they are here now, all of that stuff that happened back then, you got to let that go. You can have your feelings, but I can promise you,
Mhm.
when that day comes, you are going to feel horrible because you can't apologize. You can't take it back. All of
Mhm.
the things that you have said, you cannot do. I can't hold what I went through in my teens and 20s on my mama now. I'm grown.
Mhm.
And all of these choices that I am making now are mine.
Mhm.
Some of our parents was kids when they had us anyway.
Now let me kind of slide this in though. I understand what you're saying by let it go, just let it go. But depending on the infraction, there may need to be some help to let it go.
Yeah.
In other words, you may have to go talk to somebody or
Yeah, but if
use,
you
you
just
know what I'm saying?
my mama put me out because I wanted to be fast. Child, you still mad about that now? You gonna hold that against her now?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 70 something years old. You ain't got over that. Well,
Oh, now
I don't
Sean, wait a
remember my
minute
mama
now. I
put
be with you when you
no.
right. I
But
I
you have to think
yeah,
about it like this. You
it's
have an
it's not
argument
easy for mm-hmm.
of which let's say you have an argument with your mom. You
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there. I did that. And you
Sean,
just and you
I don't
that night.
refute what you're saying. I know where you're going. I don't refute what you're saying. But for some people, that cut runs deep, regardless of what it is. And it may seem petty to you, but for some people, the cut runs deep.
It does, but which cup cut is gonna be deeper? Them leaving here and you having this discord, or you just kind of saying, you know,
Some people made peace with them leaving. I mean, this is what I'm saying. We can't just be like, just let it go. Because
if
we
you
to each his own, and we don't know the level of. I'm not saying hold on to it. Wait a minute, let me say this. I'm not saying hold on to it, and I'm not saying that I disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I agree. We agree. I'm just adding a caveat though, so that it won't sound insensitive when you say just let it go. Because I don't have any frustrations or anything like that with my parents. My parents were stellar. But I'm saying to those who may have had a parent that were absent, or to those who may have had a parent that was lackluster, you know what I'm saying? To tell them to just let it go is very insensitive.
I don't mean, well, let me say this.
Hmm.
I don't want to say let it go like that. I don't mean like get over it. What I'm saying
That's what it
is
sounds like.
pick
Just
how
get a, just
important
get over it, because
it
they
is.
may die, and when they
No,
die,
no,
you're
no.
gonna feel some kind of way. Some
Pick
people,
the level of, let's say your mother was a drug addict when you was coming up. She wasn't around. She wasn't.
mhm,
Am I going to spend my last days or their possible last days being upset about that? It could have been some type of circumstances. Sometimes it's a conversation. You may be holding a grudge about something that you didn't understand because when you were a kid. So as adults, you can have that conversation, and your mama might say, no, I wasn't there, but I was working. That's why you were with your aunts, or that's why you were with such and such, because I had 2 or 3 jobs. You as a kid, all you know is I don't remember my mother. I don't remember my father. It can be something just as simple as I had to work to make sure that you were okay. But as a kid, you don't understand that. And you're
mhm,
holding this grudge like, well, my mama ain't never, or my daddy, he wasn't, when in actuality, they were. You see what I'm saying? If it's something to, and this, I don't know, it could just be me. If something is bothering me so bad, I have to have the conversation with you,
mhm,
because it can be something as small as a misunderstanding. It could be something that I've been thinking all of my life that was true. And then at the end of the day, that wasn't what it was. Or they could have been shielding you from something as
mhm.
to why you don't know X, Y, and Z happened. But you're holding this grudge like, well, they was my mama, wasn't nothing. My mom. Well, she really was. But you have this hostility and this feeling against your parents when that's not really what it was. So sometimes a simple conversation, as we get older, we have
Mhm.
conversations with our parents that we never would have had when we were
Yeah.
younger.
But
And we can
sometimes,
kind of laugh about it.
but even in that, you may have the conversation, and the conversation may not turn out how you expect, or you
it
may not get the response that you want, or the answer
and
that you
you
think
have
you
to
should
be,
have, or the
yep.
apology that you feel like you are owed.
Sometimes we have to be okay. Sometimes we have to be okay. Closure doesn't always mean, or talking, communicating does not always mean at the end we're going to agree.
Hmm.
I'm telling you what happened. You're telling me what happened. We may have an old moment and then we may not.
Hmm.
But at our grown ages, sometimes we have to say, is this really worth that?
Hmm.
Is it really worth that? Do I have to deal with you every day? No. But still having that line of communication
Hmm.
will feel better. Okay, they pat, oh man, at least I had the chance and we had a chance to have that conversation, or we just was something like that is better than to just be it takes more to be angry.
Yeah,
It
I
takes
agree.
more energy to be angry.
I agree.
So if it's a conversation that can be had, sometimes the conversation may not end in
Or you may not
both
even
sides
be
agreeing.
able, or you may not even be able to have the conversation. You may not have access. There are some adult children that were produced from an extramarital situation,
Hmm.
and they may not have access to that parent,
Yeah.
or for whatever reason you don't, you know what I'm saying, they may not even, so you may not even be able to have a conversation.
Yeah,
You
and
may
then
just
and
have to
even,
settle within yourself, you
but
know.
even with instances like that,
Hmm.
it could be the daddy wasn't there, but after maybe having a conversation, if not with him, maybe somebody else, it would be like, well, no, it wasn't like that. Your father was too old for your mother. So the family decided, like,
Mhm.
it can be anything. But we're so quick to make our own stories and we
Mhm.
stick with that. Cause like I said,
Mhm.
I didn't think my daddy wanted me. Like, did you want her to put me up for adoption or something? Like, it was like,
Mhm.
no. But for years,
Mhm.
I had that feeling of not being wanted. It wasn't until that difficult conversation where
Mhm.
it was like, well, nah, the family's just wasn't, and I was doing, and that. And it was like, oh,
Should
okay,
you explain that to children though? If that's your lot, should you explain that to children?
it could help.
Yeah. So you won't be creating your own narrative.
Hmm. It
But
could help
sometimes,
because,
I'm sorry,
no, go
some
ahead.
parents lie
Do.
because they feel as though one or two things, they don't really want to deal with the situation. And then not only that, sometimes they feel as though their child or children may not be able to handle the truth when children are very severely resilient.
And
We
sometimes
really
they already
underestimate
know.
kids and
Sometimes they already know.
that part.
You're trying to keep them from something that they already know.
Mm,
We think that we be hiding stuff, or we think my mama and them used to. The child, I can tell y'all everything that was happening at them basement parties. We were kids. If we want to know, we was gonna find out.
mm,
Kids, listen. You may think they staring at their game, but them ears,
mhm. Their ears be to the streets now. They be knowing.
so they
They
know.
know.
Now, I don't agree with talking to your kids like they're your best friends or like, girl, let me tell you. It's still a respect level, but sometimes difficult conversations are needed, be it with your kids, your brother, your sister, your spouse, your whoever. Difficult conversations can make such a big difference. Oh my, I didn't know how much of a difference that it made until I started having those uncomfortable conversations. Do they always end good? No.
Mhm.
But at least I have the knowledge and you have the knowledge about whatever it is that's going on.
And listen, and now that I'm a parent, bro, I be apologizing left and right because I know that at the end of the day, I am not perfect. And I realize that our parents didn't have a guide.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
was just
They
feeling
didn't
their
have
way
a
through.
manual.
They was just feeling
They
their
was
way
doing
through.
it according to their capacity
Hmm.
and doing the best that they could.
Yeah. If it worked, they did it again. If it didn't, okay, that didn't
Right.
work. Let's try this. Like,
Exactly.
that's
They
just what
did
they were doing.
what was absolutely best for them at that time, and they were being parents while navigating life, and
Yes.
that's a challenge in and
In
of
itself.
itself.
Mm-hmm.
So as an adult plus as being a parent now, I call my parents stellar because I realized that they did the best, the absolute best
Yeah.
that they could do with what they had.
Yeah. And when you have kids young, not only are you learning, you're teaching.
Man. Mm-hmm.
You learning and teaching.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy. And don't be a single
Mm-mm.
parent.
Man. What?
Child, and have more than one. You learning and you trying to raise yourself, teach yourself, plus make protect and teach your own.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Man.
Come
So
on.
more grace to parents, man. And I was like, man, but I know my kids probably gonna be in the therapy session talking about me. And if they say that I did something, I'm just going to apologize for it because
Mhm.
you know,
You
because
just
as
don't know.
children, that's number one. But then number two, as children, they don't, you're a child. I'm not saying all kids are selfish or self-centered, but I don't I'm not sure that you should be concerned with the things that I'm concerned about as an adult. I think you
That's it.
should just
Mhm.
be a child as best as you can. Now, I do try to teach my children, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, listen, I know I may look rich, girl.
Mhm.
We're not there yet. We working
It's in
towards, you know what
reality.
I'm saying? Like, I do try to give them bits of reality because,
Mhm.
yeah, they need to know. Don't ask
Yeah.
me for, yeah. Let me
Yeah.
stop before I go off on a tangent.
But yeah,
But yeah.
it's real life, and sometimes they don't understand because again, they're going by what they see. They
Mhm.
don't really know, honey. Y'all eating because mama can't eat because not this week. We got to stretch some stuff. They don't understand that,
Or
or you
they
can't
don't
have
care. They
that
like,
this
listen,
week.
I gotta eat. Period. I don't care. I don't know how you gonna get it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't even care where it's coming from. I gotta
Mhm.
eat.
Mhm.
I need this, I need what I need. I don't really care about how you gotta get it. I don't know
I
what you
gotta go to
gotta do.
school. I need this. They don't care how you get it, what you
Period.
gonna do, what you. They don't even be thinking about that.
Mm-mm.
That be us, like, oh man. And we shield our kids because we don't want them to have to
Mm-hmm.
think about that. So we do
Yeah.
what we have to do so that they won't.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hold on one second. Big day. Go.
So, more grace. Y'all hit the like button if you enjoyed the show. I didn't stream on my platform tonight,
Wait, wait.
but please hit the like button. Share. If you're not subscribed to the Sean Talk Show, please go ahead and subscribe now. Also, if you would like to donate to the platform, at the bottom of this screen are your ways to donate. You can donate via Cash App, $ Sean Talks. You can also give via PayPal and
PayPal
tag
will be
Sean.
up shortly.
Oh, okay.
Sure, I'm working on it.
They
I didn't
they
mean to
can
do
still
that.
give, huh? And then you get it or you don't have it. Okay, never
I
mind.
don't have. I have one, but I didn't. I put it on here, but I didn't do it in my PayPal yet. So
Gotcha.
I got to do that. But if you want
Gotcha.
to do a Cash App, a Super Chat, y'all can send the gifts or the
Hmm.
little whatever, however y'all do it. Any whatever. The most important is to hit the like button. That's the
I need
most
to.
important.
I don't know if you can help me with this or not. I need to talk to you offline because somebody got my stuff, my Cash App, um, what you call it? Somebody got my junk. I don't even know the words I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to
Did they
say. They
hack
got it
it?
out of there. Um, no, I talk to you offline.
We talk. Okay. Yeah. Um. There's a there again. This is. I got. Oh yeah. Grab some back.
Oh, the shirts.
Here,
Sean got merch, y'all.
here it is. So if you listen, always, if you want to do a super chat, that's fine. If you want to do nothing but like, that's fine. Watch some video. If you watch some of the videos and the shorts, that goes into the accent. That means you ain't spent a day. Okay.
How
And
does one get a
Courtney, if
shirt?
it's in the shop.
Okay,
In the YouTube shop. So in the video, if you hit the three dots, it'll um it'll come up. You'll see, just scroll down and the shop is there, or you can go on the community wall and it's in there.
get your merch, y'all. I need to get
Get
my
your
shirt.
merch. It's going, it's coming, it's going. And I just love y'all. Y'all helped me today. You gave the confirmation. It is crazy that it was almost work.
God is
Like
good.
this is crazy. So
I'm
I'm gonna
excited
go
about that,
ahead and do
Sean.
it.
For real, for real. Please, and I know you will, but please keep
I'm
me
gonna go
posted
ahead
about
and do
your
it.
your
I'm making
choir.
calls tomorrow. I'm
Yay.
I'm going to start making calls tomorrow. Cause see, in my brain, I wanna I wanna have like everybody at rehearsal. Like my first rehearsal, I just want to be
Mm-hmm.
like 30 people. Like, come on, let's sing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was said like, if it's 6 people that come,
I was just about to say, if you have six strong singers, you still got it going on.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and
But
do it.
Sean, it will get there.
Mhm.
It will get there.
I can't start over where I ended at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to 100 plus. I can't expect to be there. And that's where my brain was like, okay, I need to get
Mm.
da-da-da-da-da-da. No, no, no. Starting over means starting over. So
This is good.
I'm gonna
I'm
start.
excited.
I'm gonna
Tell me the
start.
name. Send me the name, unless you want to
I'll
share it,
send
but
it
if
to you.
not, okay, send it to
I'll
me.
send it
I'm
to you.
excited.
I'll
I
send
want to
it to you.
see this. I want to see it through. I'm excited
Um,
for you.
I didn't got excited too because I'm like,
Your fire
okay,
got flickered, or
yeah,
whatever you call it when you stoke the fire. Good.
yeah. Because I like literally, I have in all of my phones, I got so many songs and just so many like, and I'll
Mhm.
call people like, "Hey, teach your choir this."
And they be
I'm
like, all right.
constantly, I'm constantly giving stuff to people. So now I'm like, if I want it done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm gonna do. And I thank y'all. I thank y'all for our Sundays. I don't know if Court listen, if Court do her 30 days, we got to be
I am. Let me tell you something. I couldn't sleep all the way good last night thinking about that. That you know how scary that is for me, because that's going to take a level. And I, in your comment last night, talk about you tried it 5 times is tickling me. But I barely come on now, right? I don't have a set schedule, and I think I'm used to not having that discipline. But
mm-hmm.
imagine having the discipline. So if you're part of my community, I am Courtney Phillips TV. Um, let's do this thing together. I am scared
I got you.
because I don't want to fail, but I know how I am. If I don't want to do something, I will not do it. Or if I'm done with it, I'm done with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see this thing through. So I'm trying to map it out. And I want us to go on this journey together. So
Let's do it.
if you're part of I am Courtney Phillips TV, we're gonna map out a plan and we're going to make this happen, y'all. And we're gonna hold each other up while we're doing this thing together. I was thinking about it in church today. I've been thinking
See?
about it real strong.
And even if you just need one of us to come on and just be on the panel with you,
Mhm.
just
I'm
it's
still gonna
that's
do
what we're
my
doing it
regular
for.
shows. I'm still gonna mix in my regular shows with the, you know, um,
Or do like if you want to and you just in the car and you haven't thought about something,
mhm.
just hit record and then edit it and post it. You ain't got to worry about coming on camera, putting on no, doing all of the things, but you're still putting out your content in your
Mhm.
30 days.
Y'all, I ain't even did a good 5 days solid.
That's all right. Guess what?
So
You
praise thanks.
hadn't done one,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're here.
Yep.
So that first hump, I told you, once you come on, you will be good. You just had to get that over that look.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
I went from not wanting to be in front of the camera, don't like to be in front of the camera, none of that.
To oh, I gotta turn my camera on. I don't like this. I heard you the other
I
day, like,
feel,
oh, I
yes,
don't know.
I
I don't
feel
feel
weird without
comfortable.
having my camera on.
Hmm.
This is crazy.
I do the same thing because when my camera off, I be over here like it ain't nobody seeing nothing. I just be a talking, but Sometimes you just don't feel like camming up, but you
Mm-hmm.
have something to say. And again, we ain't never seen Dawson.
You right about that.
We ain't seen Joy.
You sure about that? I feel like I have seen Dawson, but I may be getting them confused
I ain't
with
if he
somebody else.
if he did, I did not see it.
There's another. There's Dawson. Okay. There's another guy that used to do cigars. Not
I know
the
you.
one everybody know. But there was another guy. But I wonder if he passed away. Okay, that's a whole other thing for another day. Thank you,
But yeah,
Sean, for
people
this
don't always
platform
have to
as
come on.
always. I appreciate you
Thank
and
you for
I
coming,
appreciate you.
Pastor Regina. Sends her love. She has
Mhm.
guests, so she could not be here with us today, but she
Okay.
sent her love. She
Mhm.
did text me while we was on.
Okay.
So, we all have our days that listen. Technically, I'm the only one that got to be here every Sunday because I made this dedication. They have just been so sweet to join me. So if they ever have to, it ain't. I promise you, I'll never want nobody to be talking about, oh, Regina wasn't on there, must be something. Well, Courtney one, it ain't never
Mhm.
nothing. Folks
Not with
just
us,
be
honey.
busy.
Not with the
We on
ladies. We not on that messy type of time.
we don't
Now
do
throw a
that.
man
Y'all
in the
see
mix,
us on
gonna be
here
different. No, I'm
disagreeing and we
teasing.
be texting each other like, love you, girl. Hey, sis.
Yeah.
We don't.
Mm-mm.
So if you don't see somebody, I promise you, it's just that. But I do miss Tasha. I miss Tarsha a
Marsha,
lot.
yes. She
I
probably
do
living her
miss
best
her.
life.
So
Have you reached
anybody
out
out
to her or
there
anything?
talk,
Because I don't think she's
I
on Instagram
did she
anymore.
I tried. So if
Listen.
anybody still talks to Tarsha, tell her we said hi and we love her and we miss her. And I know she is living it up. I don't know how many places she done been, but I'm pretty sure she done been a few places and ate a few things. So
Mm-hmm.
um but yeah. So we gonna get out of here. Um
Good
that's our show. We had
night.
some questions, but we needed to do that.
Yeah.
We needed to do that. So and it's
Good night,
7 days
y'all.
in a week. We can come back. So let's say goodnight to I am Courtney Phillips. Listen, that's our Sunday. Um, that's all I got. That's all I that's the show. Listen, if you have not subscribed to either channel, please do so now. Share these lives, share the lives, spread the word with your family and friends, shop the merchandise. This is some of the merch right here. And that's a cash app if you would like to donate to the platform. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Dorinda brought us in, and I'm gonna let Dorinda bring us out. So hit that like button on your way out. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Do you really know he did? Can you really tell somebody? Hey, jumping in the baby boy, midnight in the day, running in my feet, clapping in my hands, joy in my soul. Just couldn't control. Coming this conclusion.